Talking about animals, did you guys hear about that tiger in the Bronx Zoo? The one that caught the CV? I was so sad about that.
Wow, we said at the same time.
Heartbreaking.
Wow.
This is like a...
Keep your friends close, but your enemies close.
Good afternoon, it's 58 degrees at 1 o'clock. I'm Sonia Rincon, and here's what's happening. The mayor and governor also announcing face covering requirements for state and city employees interacting with the public.
What's going on, MezaMob? Welcome back to episode 8 of Staying Home with the Mezas. Today's actually Easter, so happy Easter to everybody out there. Whoever celebrates it, we're celebrating our Lord Jesus Christ and the fact that he is risen for us. Amen to that. I'm starting off today's vlog with some food. I know how much you guys like the cooking segments. And on today's menu, we have some pizza, which I made the other day. Jesus posted it on his story, and a lot of you guys were requesting the recipe. It's super easy to make. A couple of you guys thought that we bought that pizza, but no, I made it from scratch, and I'm gonna be showing you guys how I made that today. But before we get into that pizza, I'm gonna start with dessert, because once we make that pizza, we're gonna want to eat it right away. We don't have time to make dessert, so let's just get started on this first. And today's dessert is gonna be something really good. It's some carrot cake, which I thought is appropriate for today because it's Easter. This is actually gonna be my first time making carrot cake. I found this recipe on Pinterest from divascancook.com, and I know that she does have a YouTube channel. Shout out to her. I know this is gonna come out good because it just looked good from the video and the pictures that I saw. All right, y'all know the drill. We've been doing this way before the CV. Putting on gloves every time we do anything in the kitchen. So I'm gonna give you guys a little breakdown of the ingredients that I'm gonna be adding to the cake today. Of course, I'm gonna link the recipe down below for y'all if y'all wanna make this at home. First thing you're gonna need are some carrots, of course, because it's carrot cake. I've already peeled mine. Just put these to the side for now. You're gonna need some granulated sugar, along with some light brown sugar, some salt, a little vegetable oil, some vanilla extract, some ground nutmeg, a little ground cinnamon. Of course, we need some all-purpose flour, some baking soda, 3 eggs at room temperature, and you're gonna need a cup of buttermilk. I made my own using 1 cup of regular milk and 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. And the recipe also calls for ground cloves, which I don't have here because I'm not really a fan of cloves anyways. So we're just gonna X that out. But enough chit chat, let's get into this cake.
Yeah, something classic.
Alright, cake's in the oven. I went ahead and put mine in a bundt pan because I didn't have 3 separate pans like she used. So I put it in a bundt pan, and I also put it in a water bath. I'm thinking maybe 25 to 30 minutes tops it should be done. But for now, I just set the timer to 25 minutes. While that's baking, I'm going to go ahead and work on the cream cheese frosting. I'm also going to use her cream cheese frosting recipe as well for this cake, but I'm going to cut it in half because I don't need that much frosting. So instead of 4 bars of cream cheese, you're only going to need 2. Well, almost 2 full ones because I kind of dug into this one already, but 2 bars of cream cheese. Instead of 16 tablespoons of butter, you're only gonna need 8. Of course, you'll need a little vanilla extract, and I don't like my frosting too sweet, so I'm gonna add as I go. I think I'm gonna use a little bit less than a cup, but we'll see. So I ended up adding a 1.5 cups of powdered sugar because that's all I had left. And afterwards I added 2 to 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and it came out perfect. Now I'm gonna put this in the fridge, let it cool off until my cake is done. My cake is finally ready and it smells so good in here right now. It took about 50 minutes for it to bake completely. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and flip it on a plate because it's been cooling for about 20 minutes now.
Easy.
Ooh, this part always gets me nervous, but it came out perfect. It's time to frost this baby.
Rock, you think you can help me out here?
Every day of my life, I see you in my every day of my life, I see you in my
Always.
This is the finished cake. I iced it. I put crushed walnuts on top. I can't wait to have this later. I'm so proud of myself. So now it's time for the pizza. We're gonna make the dough from scratch. Very easy, only a couple of ingredients, and you don't need to let it sit for a couple of hours to rise. That's my favorite part about it. It only takes 30 minutes to rise. So let's just get started on this because 30 minutes is a little bit too much right now. I already wanna be eating at this point. First ingredient you're gonna need is all-purpose flour. You're gonna need some olive oil of your choice, some salt. You'll need some active dry yeast, a little bit of sugar, and you're also gonna need some lukewarm water, which I have on the stove right now, but let's go ahead and get started. So it's been 30 minutes since my dough's been rising, and now I'm gonna show you guys how I flatten it out, what sauce I like to add to it, all the ingredients that I put on it, and then we can pop it back into the oven so it can finish cooking and we can eat. I'm gonna sprinkle my surface with a little bit of flour, get some on your rolling pin, transfer the dough, I'm gonna knead it a little bit. Now this is not gonna be a big pizza, which is why I'm making 2 of them, and I'm gonna make one with white cheese for Jesus and another one with yellow cheese for Grayson and I. So it's basically a little bit bigger than a personal pie, depending on how flat you make it, but just try to get it as close to a circle as you possibly can. It doesn't have to be perfect though, because that's the fun part about making pizza at home. They're perfectly imperfect. At the end of the day, they taste delicious, and that's what matters. That should be good. I'm gonna roll the edges like this to make a little crust. And then you're gonna wanna get some parchment paper. You wanna place the pie on top of your parchment paper so that it won't stick. And this is also what you're gonna bake it on top of. Then you wanna take a knife and start stabbing it. So this is gonna be hubby's pizza. On his, he wants cheese and pineapples. I know a lot of people don't like pineapple on their pizza, but he's been eating it for years. I even like it. Grayson loves it. He's been eating it since California, so that's what he wants. Sauce first. Prego, that's my favorite type of sauce. If it comes in a jar, it has to be Prego, besides homemade, of course. If I could get it open, I'm gonna pour some sauce. In this Ziploc bag, I have some oregano. I like to put some of that on top. And I also like to add some of this garlic and herb Mrs. Dash seasoning. You wanna get some cheese, whatever cheese you can get right now, because I know times are kind of hard at the markets trying to find the exact ingredients that you need. And these are some pretty big pineapple pieces, so I'm gonna cut them before I put them on. I'm allergic to raw pineapple, but if it's in a can or if it's frozen, for some reason, nothing happens to me. I'm probably gonna put a little bit on ours as well. Pineapple pizza, you either love it or you hate it. There's no in between. Actually, the real Hawaiian pizza has pineapple, but it also has ham in it too. This one's officially done. I'm gonna pop this in the oven for 15 minutes while I work on mine and Grayson's.
We bop and hippity hop. I'm as happy as I can be. Whoa, boom, boom, and hippity zoom. Love is sweet, love is grand, works one. We bop and hippity hop. I'll never be a millionaire. Whoa, boom, boom, and hippity zoom. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. I don't care.
It's too hot. I put his pie in first and then I waited to put ours in. So I got one of the pineapple and cheese slices because I did half pineapple with cheese and half just plain. We don't have pepperoni or anything like that, although I don't even eat pepperoni pizza. Like, I don't order pepperoni pizza when we go out.
I don't even like pepperoni. I like pineapple. Little extra cheese here and there. It doesn't look like she made it though, right? It really looks like it came from like Pizza Hut or something. Look. Do your thing, baby. You always do your thing. The only complaint I got about it is that you didn't make it early in our relationship.
Nah, that dough is super easy to make though. It saves you what? How much is a pie here? Like
$18.
You save yourself 18 bucks if you already have the ingredients at home. I always bake, I always make all types of stuff, so that stuff was already in our pantry. At a time like this when you can't get you could still get pizza, but at a time like this where we're not ordering due to the situation, this is the next best thing.
Cause I'm not ordering from nowhere. I don't care what nobody says. You could go to McDonald's, you could go order pizza, you could get sushi, that's on you. I'm not doing it.
Today's been so peaceful. There's a bunch of videos that we've been watching that we tend to watch every now and then. We'll like binge watch them. And those are engagement videos and wedding videos on YouTube. There's 3 things in this world that can make me cry automatically when done correctly. One doesn't need to be done correctly. It just automatically happens for me when I listen to it, which is worship music. Sometimes I'm just on my phone with my headphones in and I'll just start crying out of nowhere, but good tears. Like, it's a good type of feeling. And he'll look at me, he's like, what the heck is wrong with you? and I'll just show him my phone and he knows. That's one. And 2 is the engagement or wedding videos when done correctly on YouTube, because some of them could be kind of cringy. Those engagement videos, they be taking it over the top sometimes.
And I know 3. Dogs.
The videos that you'll see dogs being abandoned and stuff like that, I can't watch those videos. But then there's other videos where the dogs are abandoned and they rescue them. They clean them up, they feed them, they gain weight again, they find a new person to love them. And those I like, although I skip through the abuse part. Yeah, I skip through that part. I don't like that. I can't watch anybody, any animal be abused. And those people that post that on Instagram and stuff, I hate it. Just like, there should be a warning sign for those things. Because sometimes you're just scrolling and people just post like animal abuse or some just to relay a message, you know. But still, like, I don't want to see that.
She doesn't play that. I sent her one time a video like that and she blocked me.
Yeah. Because I got so sad. Like, it didn't leave my mind after that, and I can't stand that.
So if you don't want to get blocked, don't send her that.
Talking about animals, did you guys hear about that tiger in the Bronx Zoo? The one that caught the CV? I was so sad about that.
Wow, we said at the same time.
Heartbreaking.
Wow.
This is like that broke my heart. Because they were saying that animals couldn't even get it. You see, this is what I'm talking about, being extra cautious. When you go outside, bundle up, you don't know how people are contracting this thing. First they said animals couldn't get it, and now as you see, that's not true because he got it. And then they said it wasn't airborne, but they're saying now that if a person walks in front of you, that lingers in the air for such amount of time. So it's there. You can get it by just walking through the same path that another person walked through that has it. And it's hard right now to bundle up in New York City head to toe because the weather's getting nicer. It's in the 60s. Wearing a coat, wearing a hoodie, wearing a mask that you can't even breathe in, wearing goggles, all of that stuff is uncomfortable, but it makes it worth it knowing that you have a better chance of coming home and not getting yourself or anybody sick.
By the way, I'm gonna show you guys when I'm done with this pizza, but a friend of mine from Texas sent me a package. I haven't opened it, so I wanted to wait to get on camera to show you guys what I got. I already know what it is, but I'll show you. Oh, who's there, man?
You've got mail.
We're gonna open this up. This package is from Angel and Gabby. Thank you guys, I appreciate it so much.
Thanks guys.
So if you guys been keeping up, you guys know that on a bi-weekly basis I have to step out of the house and risk my health. So these buddies of mine from Texas sent me this package, and I'm excited. I'm gonna show you. Got some alcohol pads here. I could always use some alcohol pads. We all could use alcohol pads. Da-da-da-da. That's it. That's all it is. So these right here are cartridges. They gas cartridges for vapors. So I'm not sure if you know what that is already, but it's a face mask.
Ooh, that's the real deal right there.
Yeah, this is the real deal. It has cartridges, like I said, for vapors, viruses, particles. This is basically going to protect you a little bit more than an N95 mask would. So thank you so much to Gabby and Angel. You guys are lifesavers, literally.
Yeah, that was so kind of them. That's impossible to find here at this point. And even online, the prices are ridiculous, but you don't even know if they're the real deal or not. The fact that they were able to get it and send it to us, that was really nice. To offer to even send something like that at a time like this.
And he's gonna send one to Kim too, so just wanted to make sure that I got it, which is great. And if you didn't know, in New York now, you have to wear a mask in order to go into a supermarket. If you don't have a mask, then I'm gonna let you in. Yeah, it's mandated.
Everybody has to wear a mask. Like, you know how before they were saying leave it to the professionals, leave it to the doctors, leave it to this and that, but now everybody needs to wear one, because I know that a lot of people would still say, oh, you should leave those for the doctors, you should. No, everyone needs to wear a mask,
or at least cover your face.
Yeah, even if it's homemade, just something to cover your face and not just walk around breathing everywhere. I will tell you guys one thing. I remember during Vlogmas I was saying how much I love New York City and I want to buy a house here and this is where we want to be. I still love New York City, don't get me wrong. It's always gonna be #1 to me because I was born and raised here. Yeah, I moved away a couple of times, but this is my home. But after these difficult times and being in New York City, being in the epicenter of everything, I feel more than ever now I want to move to a rural area. I want to move to a ranch or just have a house somewhere with a huge backyard, maybe some land around it, grow a garden, all the things that you can't do here. I love our home, don't get me wrong, but it would have been better to be in another state, to have like a backyard, the things that we were planning to do before, but we just decided to stay here because of many reasons.
Yeah.
There's just so many things that kept us here and we wanted to stay around for those things. But
even during this time, we were gonna go rent out our Airbnb, but my mother's here, my kids are here, so we don't want to leave them. I have to make runs for my mom, I have to make runs. So, you know, I don't want to be too far from them. At the same time, it would have been nice, right? To find a place like that, go somewhere like in Philadelphia in the boondocks and just lay low with a big backyard. But
his mom, we already spoke to her, and as soon as this started happening, she's like, oh, it would have been nice to have a house right now away from New York City. And she's the one that always said, I've always lived in Brooklyn since I came from Mexico years and years ago. She's always lived in Brooklyn, never moved anywhere else, and she loves it here. But when this happened, she's like, I want to get away from here too, guys. If whenever you buy a house, I'm going with you. And that sounds beautiful to us because we would love to have our in-laws with us. We always said when we buy a house, they're definitely going to come with. This place that we have now is obviously not going to be a long-term thing. We got this place because it was a great deal, don't get me wrong. We fixed it up and it's a great place. You're not going to get the deal that we got on this place anywhere in New York City. Rent is just ridiculous here, and you don't even get the space that you need here. We got a good deal here, and that's the reason why we decided to stick with this place that we got. We saw so many other
cheap.
No. You know, I don't really want to go too far away from New York City though. Maybe New Jersey, maybe like
not New Jersey,
but somewhere where we can have a decent backyard, because the houses that you buy here are super expensive, but most of them don't even have a backyard. You'll probably have a little concrete space in the back, or like a little backyard, some grass here and there, but
you pay a bunch of money for a little bit of space. So probably Long Island somewhere, somewhere back there.
I mean, don't get me wrong, because I know there's people here that do have houses in New York and they do have backyards. The majority, since everything is so cramped here, the majority of the houses are together to the point where, like, okay, you can have enough space to put a pool in your backyard or like barbecue or whatever, but like you'll be in your pool and you're swimming and like your neighbors could be looking out the window just looking at you.
Yeah, they're like right next to you. Yeah, somewhere like in Port Washington, Long Island. I think that'd be nice. Beautiful. It's beautiful over there.
Garden City is so beautiful. Yeah. So Long Island is definitely on the list.
Yeah.
Upstate New York.
Upstate New York is good too.
Upstate New York.
It's just a little too close to the prison systems. You know what I mean? Yeah.
He's traumatized. You'll forever be traumatized with that.
No, not upstate New York.
No, please, listen. No. I've been seeing some houses out there and they look beautiful. And the space is endless. Like,
yes. That's the only good thing.
They have so much space out there. It's just so beautiful.
You guys got any suggestions? Like, where can we go?
And it's not going to be anytime soon. We're not going to leave tomorrow after this whole lockdown is over. Even if we did get to the point where we would buy our house here, we're settled in, this is where we want to be. The point is that it's crowded here. When you step outside to go to the grocery store, you're in just as much danger as everybody else because it's overpopulated here. We need to be somewhere more suburban, and I've made my mind up completely.
More desolate, that's what she's trying to say. So she wants somewhere like The Walking Dead, you know, like a farm, something like that. Which is cool. I'm cool with that too. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I like pigs and chickens and stuff. I would love to be like, go get some chicken, go make some eggs. You know what I mean?
Now, I
Get
would
some
really
milk.
love to be like that. Like to have a farm, have horses and all that.
We're gonna go somewhere where there's not a lot of people. That's basically what we want. Not a lot of people,
Yeah.
a lot of land, stuff like that. And I think you can find that in Long Island.
New York City just gets my anxiety like this, especially now. And everything's so fast paced. And although I love it, I love the city. Everybody loves the city, you know? But I don't know. I'm getting to the point where I don't know if I want to live here forever.
I love New York City, and she does too. But she's a nervous wreck. And with this whole CV thing, it made me a nervous wreck. By the way, like my neighbor right now, he caught the stuff.
Yeah.
He's isolated next door. He's in there. He hit me up like, hey, listen, I got it.
Yeah.
Stay away from me. I'm trying to stay away from everybody. Just wanted to let you know. We're like right next door, like 20 feet away. So you can imagine how nerve-wracking that is.
Yeah. So you see, that's my point. If we were in a place where we have open space and we're not that close to other people around us, we wouldn't have to be so worried about it.
So we have to remain indoors. What do you guys think though? You think we're gonna be locked down to like after the summer or next spring? What do you guys think, man?
Well, we look forward all winter to spring and summer here. We only get a couple of months of that nice weather until we're back to the cold, snowy weather,
Yeah, man.
which I enjoy. I like all 4 seasons, but this is our time. It's coming. This is spring, the summertime. Like, why couldn't this happen in the winter is what I'm saying. It is what it is. I'm just glad that I get along with him, because if I had to be around you 24/7 and like you would get on my last nerve, ooh, that wouldn't be easy.
You'd be a good bunkie though.
What?
No, I'm saying you're a good bunkie. Like sometimes you have a bad bunkie when you're in the box. I'm talking prison talk now. And they don't get along with you, or they're like weird. They don't shower. They have bad hygiene. You know, you gotta get them out of there. So you're a good bunkie. You get along, you know?
Stop playing.
You shower. So it's good. It's good.
I clean up after myself.
You look good.
On another note though, we wanted to thank everybody who's been out there working. You
Yes.
guys don't understand how much people are risking their health being out there every day. It doesn't matter what you do, whether you're in the supermarkets. There are people with full-on hazmat suits right now at the supermarkets, cashiers, or just stocking food, just masked up, bringing in heavy boxes and stuff, or at the hospitals, especially the people at the hospitals, the doctors, the
Frontliners,
nurses,
yeah.
everybody that's there risking their health every day.
So yeah, we want to say thank you to all of the first responders, to all the women and men that are in the front lines out there in the hospitals, the people that are risking their own lives and not being able to see their children after they get out of work because they don't want to infect them. Thank you guys. We appreciate it, man, so much.
But on a brighter note, stay positive, guys. Keep that faith strong. That is so important in our household. And I think that it's so important for anybody who has faith out there to know that things are going to be all right. At the end of the day, God's going to take care of us. And even though it doesn't seem like it'll happen, eventually we're going to get over this. And it's going to be a brighter day after this storm is over.
So once again, I want to thank Angel and Gabby for this mask. I appreciate you guys so much. So shout out to you guys in Texas. You guys are the real deal for real. And I will be wearing this when I go out again. Also, before I go, I want to shout out Lynn Brooke 83 on Instagram. She sent me this link to this movie about Jesus Christ, which is streaming today. It's free, but she said, I wanted to share this with you and your family. Hope you get to see it and enjoy. Wish you and your family many blessings. Happy Resurrection Day. Thank you so much, Lynn. We love movies like this, so we're definitely going to watch it right after we eat that carrot cake.
If you're looking for a good one, we definitely recommend The 40 Days and 40 Nights. It's on Amazon Prime. If you have that, check it out. Great movie. We just saw it a couple of days ago. So today we have a few shout outs. Angel and Gabby, Lynn Brooke, and of course we have to shout out one of our supporters from the last video that we posted. So her name is Nene. She says, a new subscriber here from New Zealand. We're on lockdown for 4 weeks. I'm so glad I found your channel. My husband and I have been watching your vlogs for the past 3 days. You guys are down to earth. Love you guys. Can't wait to send you some treats from New Zealand. Stay safe and God bless. That's dope, right?
Nene.
Thank you so much, Nene. We appreciate you and your husband for watching us.
Very much.
Especially during this time. The fact that our videos have been keeping you entertained means a lot to us.
Yeah.
So thank you for your sweet comment. And we're definitely looking forward to trying those treats from where you're from.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, MezaMob, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, we love you guys. We thank you so much for your support. But before we go, we have to try some of that carrot cake. Y'all didn't think we were going to leave without eating that, right? Right? Can you do the honors?
Of course. Good.
Ah.
darkness is your ally.
Ah, you think darkness is your ally.